Hi, I'm Katie Hacker, your host, and today we're knotting it, wearing it, and loving it. Leather, ribbon, and other stringy materials are in the spotlight. I want to start out with this quick and easy knotted bracelet that you can make using dark neon beads. And I just love these shades because there are so many fun things you can do. I'm going to start out with the 8mm rounds, but they come in lots of other shapes. So let me get these ready here, and I'll just sit them right here while we get our memory wire prepped. So memory wire, it comes on a coil like this, and you can cut it apart so that it makes a wrap bracelet, and you don't need to use a clasp. So make sure that you always use memory wire shears. Because memory wire is made from hardened steel, it's very difficult to cut with regular jewelry cutters, and it will take a little bite out of the tips of your cutters. So unless you use those special shears. So then what you'll do is take the end with a round nose plier or a bail making plier and just roll the end back. And you just want to grasp it really hard between the jaws of the pliers and then roll it in a circle. And that makes the loop on one end. Then you can start stringing your beads. Now, I made a little repeating pattern, but of course you could do any pattern that you like. And these beads are so cool because I think the matte finish really is a popular look, and it's going to really look good with this knotting cord. So just start stringing your pattern onto the wire. And if you take a look at this one, you can see that I added beads to the wire, but I left a pretty long portion here that's exposed. And that's because you need to leave a space. All of your knots are going to take up space along your bracelet. Now I also went ahead and looped the end so that I don't lose any beads while I'm working. And if you should need to open this and take a few beads off or add a few beads, you can still do that while you're working on your bracelet. So cut a length of Chinese knotting cord that's about 1 yard and fold it in half. Think this is a little bit longer than 1 yard. I always like to cut a little bit extra. And the cord goes perfectly with these beads. And you could pick, of course, any color you like, but I love these dark neons. So what you'll do is take your cord and make a square knot at the beginning. So this is at the center of the cord. You just pass, see how I have my cord under the wire? I'm gonna make the first knot over and then under the wire. So like this. This is just a part, this is the half knot, the same knot that you make when you tie your shoe. So there it is in one direction, and then you'll do it the other direction. So lay your cord over the wire, then bring the other cord under and through the loop, and pull it tight. And then you're ready to slide the bead up to the knot. So slide this one up, and then you do it again. And at this point, once you have a bead on there, it's a little bit easier to hold. So you bring your first cord under the wire and through the loop, and then do it in the other direction. And that's your square knot. And you keep repeating that pattern between each of the beads. And I think that this season you're going to be seeing a lot of knotting, and that's because it's so popular. And of course, easy to do, and it looks great with all of your favorite beads, like these dark neons. Let's go ahead, do one more, and you can see that pattern starting to develop. So you would do one of these square knots between each of the beads on your bracelet. Now this is a longer coiled bracelet that I made using extra loops of the memory wire, and working in that dark blue neon color, which I just love. And you can see how at the end here, it's just one single knot. Okay, then what you'll do is add a drop of jeweler's cement here to the knot, and then you're going to cut this really close once the glue is dry. So I already glued this one and let it dry. Then I'm going to just cut close to the knot, and then I'm going to make a beaded dangle. So dangles are where you can also get really creative with combinations of your beads. So you'll use a head pin. This one is a ball head pin, and then your 8mm bead. Then I have a bead cap and a 4mm bead. And I like to combine all the different colors together. And then you can use your bail making plier again, or you can use a round nose plier to make a basic loop. And then go ahead and slide it onto the end of your bracelet. And then use your chain nose pliers to just close the loop. And you can add a few charms to each end, and that's a fun little way to add some flair to your neon bracelet. And take a look at these extra samples that I have here. This is a small size bangle bracelet where I just connected the loops in front and added a beaded charm. And this one is a pre-formed bangle bracelet that I did that half knot all the way around the bracelet and then added some charms to a jump ring and really brought out those neon colors with the cord.